Keys aren't where they should be when we need them. That was the beginning of the conversation I had with Darcy Buick GMC out in Joliet, Illinois, which is a little bit southwest of Chicago, right? These guys said keys are coming off of our pegboard and they're just ending up places. We're not losing them forever, but when we need them, we don't have them. And it's costing us time and it's costing us money. And I said, I got a fix. Check this out. So when I was talking to Nick and Mike, the way they described it is somebody would walk in the front door, ask for a car, right? And then they'd have to run off and try to find the key, see if it's on the keyboard. And then if it's not, kind of wander around looking for it. And I said, well, I think I have something that'll make life easier. So check this out. All you've got to do is open up our app, jump into find a key and find a car. From there, type in a stock number VIN, right? And immediately it pulls up and shows you the location of the key. And not only does it show it, but it tells you this is in the showroom in the key box hallway as we speak. So now they know that the key is in that room where it should be. And if it's not, they'll see it out on the lot. So let's grab a different example here. We'll grab this TLX. This key right now is out on the lot. We can see that. We can zoom in, we can zoom out. And if I was walking around out there, I'd appear as a blue dot on the map. But this one will tell me, hey, it's out on the used car lot, right? So I can move this around. I can see it and go, oh, okay, I can see where it's at. We potentially left this key out there, or maybe there's somebody out there with the key right now. So efficiency starts increasing dramatically. On top of that, it just provides a better customer experience. If you immediately know that the key is outside and it's not where it should be, you can say, Mr. Customer, let me grab you a drink. Give me 5 minutes. I just need to run out there. I think one of my sales guys has it. I'll get it back. And then I'll pull it carefully, right? It's a better experience than you just disappear for 20 minutes and no one knows where you went. And the customer ultimately leaves because they're like, I don't know where the guy went, so screw it. I'll go to a different dealership. We can prevent all of that. So what's the magic behind this, right? How does it work? Well, let me show you. This is what we use. It's this triangle style tag right here that's hanging on the key. It's got a QR code on the back so that you can associate it to a specific stock and VIN. So if you're just using a simple keyboard, this is all you need. Now, if a dealership decides they want to do vehicles, Darcy is not. But if you wanted to, so what I'm using for vehicles, throw this around the rearview mirror of the vehicle, throw it on the shifter, throw it on the sun visor, somewhere inside of the vehicle, and same thing, QR codes you can associate it to a stock and VIN. But what's the tech? What's allowing it to track? Well, let me explain that. So what we use is a network, and the network is LoRa, L-O-R-A. And it consists of a couple different pieces. But what it uses is low campus radio and Bluetooth. Outside, it uses these solar style gateways, right? So these guys collect sunlight and they are searching for tags out on the lot. Holds about a month's worth of charge, right? So all I got to do is put a bracket on this and run it up like a light pole or put it on the side of a fence or side of a building. So really cool, very easy to install. Doesn't require power lines or anything like that. And it's got a month's worth of charge. So even if you live in a state that doesn't get a lot of sun during the winter, no big deal. Now, inside of buildings, maybe next to key machines or keyboards or service drives or in, service bays, anywhere where keys or vehicles might live inside, I use these interior gateways. These guys just plug into a power outlet. So typically I'll plug it in the outlet and then I'll take double-sided tape, just stick it right next to the outlet. All of these guys are collecting the data points of where all those tags are, and they're sending them to this base station. This guy is typically up in a ceiling or in a server room. It's collecting all that data and pushing it to the cloud. So of all of these pieces, this is the only one that may touch the internet inside of your building. It can connect via Wi-Fi, or you can hardwire it in. And if that isn't an option, or either one of those are, we even offer an LTE version. So we could use a cellular version if you want. So all of that is collecting all the data, pushing it to cloud. So when you open up the app, like I just saw, or you open up the desktop dashboard, which I'm gonna show you next, you can see the location of a key, a car, a jump box, a golf cart, whatever it is that you've connected a tag to. So here we are on the dashboard, right? Everybody has access to the phone app and the dashboard. Doesn't matter. Whoever you want to give access to can access it. What's cool about the dashboard is a lot of management likes this, because if I'm closing at the end of a night, what if I could look at every single key on the campus and see its location? So if I've got keys that potentially got left out on a back lot, I can click over here and it'll tell me which one it's connected to, right? Hey, it's actually this Buick Envision, and here's my stock and VIN. Let's talk about keys that leave the campus, because we're looking at everything on the campus, but what happens if something leaves? So I'm gonna scroll across the top here and go to last sighting specifically for keys. Anytime a key tag, or car tag if you're tracking both, leaves the campus, it immediately starts a timer. What's cool about that is, at any point you can go, hey, show me any keys that I have off the campus for more than, let's say, 4 hours. Well, you got 10 sets of keys. Here's all 10. Here's the stocks and VINs they're associated to. To take it a step further, if you wanted to, you can click into one of these guys, and it'll even tell you the last time it was seen. So it was last seen on 10/14/2025 at 4:45 p.m. And this is the last place it was seen right here out where the pin drop is on the map before it left the campus. So if you're trying to figure out if it left with an employee or something like that, well, great. You can pull up your cameras and you only got to look at a 2-minute window because my dashboard updates every 2 minutes. Now, the second part that makes this cool is if something leaves the campus, like one of these, we can set you up with custom alerts. So if you're saying 4 hours is a long time, I'd really like to get an alert if a key has been gone for more than 1 hour or 45 minutes or whatever amount of time you pick, we can set that up. So that way you'll know sooner than later that, hey, this key has been off the campus or this car has been off the campus or both or whatever you're tracking, you want those alerts on. So understand custom alerts are available to you. If you think a key might have left with one of your employees and you're going, is there a way to track it then? Well, there is. Let's talk about that. If you say, hey, I know that Justin had this key last, he was showing it, he was working a deal on it, and then the key left right about the time he left for the day, right? He worked the early shift. Well, all you have to do is shoot me a text and go, Justin, will you just open up the phone app? When I open it to this screen, it turns on location services and it could ping this key at my house. So I accidentally had it in my work jacket, didn't remember, and I took it home or I went to lunch, it would ping it off the campus and you'd see it pop up on the map and we'd all go, okay, we didn't lose the key forever. It just went home with our guy. We need to get it back into the store. At that point, shoot a text me, hey, looks like it's in your work jacket. I saw it pop up on the map. I need to get that key back, or I can send a porter to come grab it from you, or however I want to get it back to the store, depending on the need. So what that means is, of course, I can help you track your keys on the campus. You can see it on the map right now. 2, I can alert you if they leave the campus and let you know how long they've been gone for. And then 3, if they do leave with an employee, I can help you track them down. Now, the cool thing about the system is you can use our tracking tags on anything you want. So if you've got golf carts, gas cards, dealer plates, jump boxes, whatever the item is that tends to grow legs and wander off at your store, you can connect one of these up and label it that item. Now, on that same kind of category, understand that we can do this in service as well. So you're saying, hey, retail's cool. Do you have anything for service? The answer is absolutely yes. We've got these guys right here. So all you've got to do is you do your walk around on your vehicle like you typically would. Instead of putting that paper tag on the car and that paper tag with a little crappy key ring on the key, why not have something that's reusable and trackable? Right? So all I got to do, put this on the car, click this on the keys, put 1000 on my RO, and now I know to open up the dashboard of the app and search out 1000 to see the location of a vehicle that may be over in the service parking lot or in service bay number 3, and the key that may be a dispatch or hanging on the wall on the keyboard. Service, we can do it too. Now, in addition to not only being able to search out keys, search out cars, wherever the item may be, and just solve the basic issues, understand there's all kinds of reporting we can offer you. And this is an example. This is a test drive report. So if your dealership is tracking vehicles, what if you could pick an amount of time, let's say 15 to 30 minutes, that's what I've picked, and then you could pick a certain day, right, and go, hey, I want to see anything that got driven for 15 to 30 minutes off the campus on the 13th. Well, that's what we're looking at right now. So this way you could start comparing it on a busy Saturday of, well, what did people test drive versus what did we actually sell? So we can start to look at, well, let's talk about the ones people drove but didn't buy, and let's figure out why. Is it the car, right? Is it the price? Is it the salesperson, right? What is it? Could be a number of things. Or if you have a car that's gotten driven, let's say 12 times that day, well, why? Is that something out of the ordinary? Maybe someone's misusing that car, or maybe it's a part runner car, right? It could be a lot of different things, but all these different things you can use to take advantage of. Now, additionally, I'll show you one other report. Now, this one can be related to recon or service. What if you could come in here and say, hey, I want to look at one day and look at any tag that hasn't moved over the course of a day, right? Or I want to say, hey, let's look at 2 days. I want to see any vehicles that haven't moved in 2 days, right? So if I'm talking about service, what if I could look at service tag numbers and go, okay, tag number 46, 71, 79, these have been sitting for 2 days and they haven't moved into a bay or out of a bay. Let's pull up the ROs and look. Are we waiting on a part? Are we waiting on customer approval? Why are these bottlenecking in my process? I can use this same thing if it was for recon, right? I'm trying to understand what vehicles are getting stuck in processes, because if I can move them through quicker, I can make more money. Understand these things are all 100% free to take advantage of with TrueSpot. So some of this story sounds familiar, right? Keys just aren't where they should be when I need them. Whether you got a keyboard or you got a key machine, let's talk. Let's set up a demo. Or maybe you've got a different scenario. Maybe you want to track vehicles because they live across multiple lots, or you have a parking structure and you're like, it'd be really great if I knew which level it was on and where on the level. I can do that. I got plenty of guys that do both of those scenarios. Or maybe you're a service customer. You're saying, hey, I could really see a good use for this in service. This would make us way more efficient, which would in turn make my department more money. We can talk about that too. Give me a call, text, email. Let's set up a demo. Let's talk about your store.